Dear students, now we are going to start with the next topic, that is the French Revolution. Children, firstly, you should understand what is the meaning of revolution. Revolution, simply the term mean revolt. Revolt. Why the people revolt? Normally, people revolt against their administrator. Whenever the people of any country they are not happy with the rule of their king, then they raise their voice against that particular king, and that takes a shape of a revolution. You all have studied in your class 8th also about the first war of independence or the revolt of 1857, and you have read that how the Indian people, Indian masses, when they were not satisfied with the administration of the British, they had just led a revolution in the country, and this is known as the First War of Independence or the Revolt of 1857. Same way, we are taking the story to the another country, that is your France. And in the France also, we find something happened which was not liked by the people of the country, and they raised their voice against the ruler. And who was the ruler? His name was King Louis XVI. So let us begin the story that when the French Revolution started. Why it was started, that we will discuss later on. But we are going to firstly focus on that specific day when the French Revolution began. So children, story goes in this way that the king of the France, whose name was Louis XVI. Now he ordered to his armed forces to move to the city of Paris on the day of 14 July 1789. When a large number of the troops started reaching to the city of Paris, people of the city of Paris, they were very much afraid. They were very much fearful, and they thought, why such a large army is coming to the city of Paris? And the result was that these people who were very much confused, they thought king is sending these troops here to kill the people of the Paris. And because of this fear, near about 7,000 men, women, they all gathered in front of the town hall, and then they formed a people's militia. People's militia means a military which is formed with the help of the common people. So the people's militia was formed. And then what they did, they just destroyed, they just broke to a number of the government buildings there. Why? Just to search the arm. As the people's militia was formed, but they were totally helpless because they had no arms. So they were searching the arms, and for that only they started attacking on the government buildings in search of the arms. Finally, what happened here, that a group of the several hundred people, they simply marched towards the eastern part of the city of Paris. And in the eastern part of city of Paris, there was a fort, and this fort was known as Bastille. Now in this fort, as basically it was a very defamed fort, as and that particular fort was also hated by all the people in the Paris there, because that was stood for the despotic nature of the king who had unlimited power, king who was not having any restrictions in his power. That king was a despotic in nature. So that despotic power nature of the king was not liked by the people of Paris there. And what the people did here, they moved toward the eastern part of the city of Paris, and they attacked on the fort of Bastille, where they thought that they will be getting some of the arms or ammunition. And ultimately, now when they attacked on the fort of Bastille, now in this armed fight, they simply killed to the commander of the Bastille, and then they released to some near about 7 prisoners were already inside. They were being released from there. Now the people, when they destroyed, they demolished the fort of Bastille. After that, they collected the stone fragments of that particular fort, and they carried it to their homes. They took it to the market here to sell it here, simply to keep this incident in their memory. The fall of the Bastille or the storming of the Bastille, popularly known as a storming of Bastille, is believed to be an important landmark in the course of the French Revolution. And we also see that this 14 July 1789 is observed as the Independence Day all over the France. So this is the story all about 14 July 1789, what happened in the France. Now in the next we will be discussing about what were the various causes which led to the French Revolution.